Hey, good morning, family and friends. How y'all doing today? Happy Tax Tip Thursday. Today is Thursday, February 17th, 2022. You know, I always have to think about it. And this is Markle and Sigler with Better Tax Prep Services, doing business Alabama Tax Prep Services, LLC. Wishing you a happy Tax Tip Thursday. Today is Thursday, February 17th, like I said, Tax Tip Thursday. If you're interested in me preparing your 2021 tax return, feel free to give me a call or text me at 205-994-4012. Basically, I'm taking most of my appointments on Saturdays, on weekends now, Fridays and Saturdays now. So that's where we're booking up. So if you're interested, feel free to give me a call or text me. We'll get it taken care of. Also, I'm going to send a special shout out to my sister, Leah Morris. She has a business, Worthy Woman's Shop, and she was just featured in Shout Out Atlanta magazine. There's an excellent article about that, so I want to shout her out. I'm very proud of her. So for today's Tax Tip Thursday, I've been talking about the basics of getting a tax tip return filed. But here's some things that kind of throw people off. And today we're going to talk about the 5 filing statuses. So kind of run through them real quick. It's single, married filing jointly, head of household, married filing separately, and qualifying widow or widower, with dependent child. And they kind of flow into each other, but I'm going to kind of go ahead and break it down from the breakdown I have. So single, normally this status is for taxpayers who are unmarried, divorced, or legally separated under divorce, or separate maintenance decree governed by state law. So usually when we do taxes, like, hey, were you married by the end of the year, the tax year? So if you were married on December 31st, 2021, you need to file married. If you were single, you need to file single. All right. The next is married filing jointly. If a taxpayer is married, they can file a joint tax return with their spouse. When a spouse passes away, the widowed spouse can usually file a joint return for that year. So that kind of leads us to the next one, which is qualifying widow or widower. And it says with dependent child, but kind of you assume married filing joint, they probably have children or may or may not have children. But in any event, the qualifying widower, that status applies to a taxpayer if their spouse died during one of the previous 2 tax years, and if they have a dependent child, other conditions may apply. So that leads us to head of household, which a lot of single people try and claim head of household. I'm like, you're not head of household. Head of household is unmarried taxpayers who may be able to file using the status, but special rules apply. For example, the taxpayer must have paid more than half the cost of keeping up a home for themselves and a qualifying person living in the home for half the year. So you have to have a dependent if you pay over 51% of the qualifying expenses to claim head of household. You can't just be single and claim it. And last but not least is married filing separately. Married couples can choose to file separate tax returns. When doing so, it may result in less tax owed than filing